Saturday, or whatever day you're watching this. You want to come be in the shop? You gotta sit. Okay. I was gonna ask if you could just sit on the floor, but I have to go grocery shopping today. Okay, I'll rub you while we record. I'll rub you. Happy Saturday. I have to go grocery shopping, and like the whole rest of the world, I am on a budget. The difference with this budget though is that I went on Instagram to ask the folks, where should I shop at for $40 to $50? So the general consensus was that $50 for the week. $50 for the week, and then I asked people to pick the store, and the winner is, which doesn't need much fanfare, Trader Joe's, which thank God, because I love Trader Joe's. I love everything about it. I think Trader Joe's speaks to my personality. It's the store that you go to and you get what you didn't think you needed, but it's there. I didn't know I needed, sir, focus. If you're gonna be on camera, you can't be barking at the neighbors. Don't bark at that dog. So I love Trader Joe's. I love that you can go in that store and you can find a whole bunch of stuff that you didn't even realize you needed. They have an eclectic array of seasonings and foods that you're just like, wow. And I've always felt like Trader Joe's has been reasonably priced. So for this challenge, Trader Joe's, $50 a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which I will say that is probably gonna be the hardest part of this challenge because I don't always eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So adding an extra meal is gonna be a little bit of a challenge, and also the added challenge of not eating out, because I love eating out. I would also like to note that there are a few staples that I keep in my fridge that I don't feel like should be a part of the challenge. Okay, bye. So I'm gonna leave a staples list here where my pup was, of all the things that I consider staples. Things that we always have in our pantry that we regularly cook with. So I'm gonna try to keep the staples list as universal as possible. So without further ado, let me finish getting dressed and let's start shopping. Okay, so we are back from the store, and if you are watching this video, it means I was completely successful with staying under budget, $50 at Trader Joe's for 1 week. Now I guess the real challenge would be to actually eat all this food within the week, not eat out. That's a bigger challenge than actually shopping on a budget. But let me get my list, hold on. So when it comes to grocery shopping, I do like to go with the list. Not anything like rigid and set in stone, but it does help keep my mind around the ideas that I have or what I actually want to cook. I think the worst thing to do when grocery shopping, especially if you're on a budget, is to go without a plan. Okay, so now is the time to actually go through what I bought. We've got some broccoli florets, where it says great size, Brussels sprouts. Also, can we talk about how Trader Joe's removed the handles from the bags? Like, it's like all bunged up, and I'm like trying to get it. Trader Joe reps, if you're watching this and have any form of compassion, can you put the handles back on the bags, please? That'd be super helpful. Anyways, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, mushrooms, grape tomatoes. Let's see here, we got some salmon, chicken, and avocado. So the plan that I'm thinking, we got avocados for breakfast, avocado toast. I've got cherry tomato, or grape tomatoes, some mushrooms. Okay, so this is actually all the meat that I bought. I bought smoked andouille sausage, this chicken sausage. I bought some chicken drumsticks. Now, I typically do not like drumsticks, but they were on sale. They were $2.72. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in here, which means I'm gonna get 2 nights out of this with leftovers. So you can't beat that price. And then I have some salmon. I would also like to note that as I was shopping, I was completely rounding up in the wrong way. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, we have taxes, and so if something is saying $9, I wrote it down, because what I do is I'll go through and write down what it actually cost on my list. So it says $9.09, and I wrote down $10, right? So I'm losing $1 pretty much every time I buy something. So by the time I got to the register, she was like, yeah, you're at like $36. And I was like, huh? How? Like, there's no way, because my budget says I should be at 56. I think I'm over budget. And she's like, nope, everything's scanned too. Avocados. Here, we've got some cage-free eggs that I will transfer here. Grits, because you know, breakfast. Tuna. I think I have actually 2 cans. I have 2 cans of tuna. I love buying tuna for those days of the week where you're like, I need lunch. I don't have time to I either didn't cook the night before, I don't have time to cook anything in the morning. So these have definitely been a lifesaver. Of course, I have snacks. Thank you. Yeah. I am a popcorn girl. I love popcorn. Caramel cheddar popcorn is something I discovered late this year. I am so late. I was in the Chicago airport a few months ago. I had a really long layover. Type of layover where you can go to a restaurant, sit down, eat, go to another spot. It was one of those layovers. And so of course they have, I think it's called Garnett's or Gardettes. I don't actually, I'm gonna, whatever it is. And they have, obviously, they're known for their popcorn. So I typically do not like sweet popcorn. I'm like, I just feel like popcorn should be savory. So anyways, I see the brand. Everybody in line before me is ordering the Chicago mix, which is caramel cheddar mix. And I'm like, this is a hit. I feel like I'm missing out on something. FOMO kicked in a little bit. So I get to the register and I'm like, let me get a medium Chicago mix. Let me act like I know what I'm talking about. They mix it up, mix it real good. Fly home. Next day, I try it. It's still fresh. It's still delicious, and I literally could not stop. And so now, ever since that experience, I am on caramel cheddar popcorn. And I would like to note that Trader Joe's caramel cheddar popcorn is some of the best caramel cheddar popcorn I've ever had outside of the Chicago popcorn. Obviously, I've got some bread for my toast. This is just a ciabatta baguette. As you see, the transport kind of made it whatever it is. I've got some pasta and potatoes. The grand total for all of this food, which actually doesn't seem like that much, but when you really think about it, this is a week's worth of food. This is a week's worth of food for one person. And this came out to $46. And I think it was $46.09, but $46. So I have $3 and some change to spend if I need to. I like to note that I have these containers out. I do like to put them in these acrylic containers. One, they just look great in my refrigerator. Not only does it make it pretty, but it's actually super functional because I can see what I actually have. So, just a little tip. All right, guys, let's get started with the week. Time for a little avocado toast with this ciabatta bread. Okay, so toast is done. I went ahead and put avocado on one side. As you can see, I'll do the other side. Put a little of this everything but the bagel sesame seed blend from Trader Joe's. On the weekends, I like my toast probably a little bit more zhuzhed up than this. I would have a boiled egg or maybe some bacon. It's the weekday, I'm going to work. This is perfectly okay for me. Okay, so I packed my lunch for today. I packed tuna for myself and come back. And I realized that I didn't pack the bread or any crackers. So, of course, because I had a little bit extra left over, I went to Trader Joe's and got these jerk-style plantain chips that I'm gonna eat with this tuna instead of crackers. And they were $1.99, which means I'm still under budget. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna be making either a veggie omelet or a veggie scramble, depending on how this situation flips. It may be a veggie scramble, but omelet is the goal. All right, so breakfast is done. It definitely turned into a hard scramble because I was not paying attention, and that's okay. Good morning. Another day of avocado toast. Now, I'm not eating all this bread. I just want to go ahead and toast it for the rest of the week in case I decide to eat it or freeze it, because as you all know, fresh bread goes by really quick. All right, toast is done. I love making toast in the oven. I mean, like, look at this. This is gonna go on top of this, and this is gonna go on top, and we're gonna have a quick little breakfast. All right, so this is breakfast. Not sure how I got this big, but I'm okay with it. The eggs did turn into an omelet, so not mad at that. It's a little loose, but that's okay. All right, excuse everything that's happening over here, but I have some chicken legs and then potatoes. This is kind of like my version of a one-sheet meal. So I'm just gonna put some lemons on here. All right, so I'm cheating a little bit. I'm making some Brussels sprouts to go with this delicious chicken and potatoes. As you can see, I already started picking at it. Typically, I like my Brussels just like this. Pan-fried a little bit. Olive oil, salt and pepper, done. But I have these ingredients from the shrimp orzo salad that I posted last week. And so I'm like, why not make some honey balsamic Brussels sprouts? So this is a little bit of a cheat because these ingredients are not necessarily staples, nor are they sold at Trader Joe's. But I'm still gonna do it. All right, so this is dinner. It honestly is not sexy, but it's delicious. Potatoes are everything. This chicken is so good. Wow. Brussels taste good. They just don't look great. But this is dinner. Super simple, super easy. Typical weeknight. This is breakfast or brunch. It doesn't look like much. I promise you though, it is so delicious. All right, so I know that this doesn't look like much, but I'm home and I will have a whole bunch of snacks and stuff, but this will be fine for now. Okay, so happy Saturday. Obviously, it is the end of the week as well as the end of this video. And as you can see, this was a successful $50 Trader Joe challenge. Now, I will say, practically for me, I think I lacked in creativity of what I could do. I think I went in with the plan that I had to keep everything super basic, and you don't. But I do want to do this again. This was actually a lot of fun, but I may do this on a different budget, and I may go to a different store. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments, slide in my DMs. I got a lot of people DM me saying, well, you could never do like $50 at Whole Foods. And I think I could. So, in the meantime, it's raining outside. I still have snacks left over, so I'm gonna watch a movie, go grocery shopping later. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, hit the little like button, send this to your mom and them, and let me know if I should do this again. Try out this new tagline, so let me know how you feel about it. But make sure you are surrounded by good community, eating good food, and you have a good week. Peace.